Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Switcheroo here and you're watching Gamer Natsu. Alright guys, welcome to another Genshin Impact. Alright, so as you guys know, I have left it off and my server is down and we had a brownout. Yet we didn't have electricity for a while, so I stopped my video and made, as you guys can tell from the video I have uploaded. Okay, so we were doing the Switcheroo quest, a story quest to be fair, so let's begin. Okay, we'll have to start over, or I don't know. Okay, where? Okay. Okay. Oh. Claim all. Okay. Okay, let me just cook. 5. Pretty brother. Okay. Doing my defense. Just successful. Okay, that might be enough.
You should really bring them.
Okay.
Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Okay, let's do the quest. Here you go. Where now? Yep. Okay. Before getting any further, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And make it to like 50 subscribers. Then I could do live feed, like live streaming. That would be really nice. Okay, I'm gonna do a lot of more, experimental. Okay, so maybe download new editing app and try to edit a little bit. I've been trying to experiment, like doing the intro with just the game starting menu, I guess. So yeah, let's do this. Okay.
Oh, how is the infirmary even busier than you? Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. No problem. Anything? There's a bit of a complicated situation here.
You have to believe me. I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
You're in a medical facility. Keep it down.
Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon. I'm Uy.
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all your mugshots with the arrest warrants. It's clear as day that you're Gascon.
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened. I just woke up like this. Then you guys dragged me in here for an interrogation.
I brought you here to figure out what's going on. If you truly are the victim of an injustice, yelling isn't going to achieve anything. At most...
All right.
This is nuts. Yesterday's interrogation...
Morning, Your Grace. What's going on?
Yeah.
Remember the case
I think
mentioned
this is
yesterday?
where
The one brought to me by the Mara
electricity
Phantom?
gone and my
Well, we've been questioning the inmates
data
involved
was
this
gone
morning.
as well.
Every single one of them is claiming mistaken identity.
Huh. That's even
Yeah.
weirder than what that guy was saying yesterday.
Yes.
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide any evidence whatsoever to support their claims. Questioning them further got us nowhere, so for now, we've brought them to the infirmary.
And we thought yesterday was as busy as it got for Siegeween.
Yeah.
We've compiled their statements. Have a look.
Wait.
Release?
I noticed that too. If that's their plan, they're...
All the more reason to be
I'm on it.
It's conceivable that our group of serious offenders somehow found a way to switch places with inmates who are about to be released, so they can walk out right under our noses.
We did consider that possibility. But I mean, just look at them. They match the warrants, period.
Only if they're dead ringers for the inmates due for release, I suppose. I gave you that name list.
Yes, the inmates' mugshots were attached to the list. The only other thing that stands out to me is that their voices sound a little different today. But it's not exactly hard to put on a fake voice.
Oh, really?
Give me a moment. I think I know, it's not time to change your dressing yet, but please bear with me. Huh? Isn't that the guy from yesterday? This should be Honore. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require an operation in the hospital.
Yes, like I told you. I'm not Putton. I'm Honore.
So there has been a swap. Well, I can see what happened in Potton's case. But how do you explain—
No, I believe it was their faces that got switched. The method is a bit like replacing a tooth. Take the bad tooth out, put a false one in. Traveler, Paimon, do you remember Eric from the other day? Yeah, sure do. Then you can be my witnesses. To start with, please fetch the inmate who claims to be Eric.
Okay. Okay. Do I get a picture? Not. Because that will be confusing. Okay, let's see. Okay, I have seven in aquatic wishes and intertwined wishes. Okay. Oh, it's just a test. Okay. Oh, he is here. I thought I got to go outside.
So,
Yes, head nurse. It's me.
I need to do another...
All right. It's the cognition test first, right? So,
Now, try to recall if you can. The last time we did this test,
I believe it was... You're in...
but that means...
Huh?
So, basically, last night, the Eric who said he saw another him suddenly recovered and applied to leave the observation ward. Siegewing did another test before letting him leave, but that time...
Huh? I don't know about any test last night. There was nothing to do in the observation ward, so I went straight to bed. Then I somehow woke up in a high-security cell.
Well, in that case, there is a reasonable explanation for the strange events of the past 2.
So, what exactly happened?
The gang of serious offenders wanted to break out of prison, so they identified a group of scapegoats, namely inmates whose terms were almost up, and planned to switch appearances with them. Last night, when Odilon was on duty, they ambushed him and had one of their group. Then, once all the other inmates were asleep, Odilon spent his night shift carrying out the remainder of their switcheroo plan. However, they made one mistake. Henri changed his appearance to match Eric's earlier than he should have done, and ended up being spotted by the real Eric. Real Eric came to the guards for help, but we didn't know then what we know now. So we put it down to hallucination and sent him to the observation ward. However, since one of the gang members was posing as a guard, they simply changed real Eric's appearance and had their Eric take his place, muddying the waters even further.
Right, because I put Eric on the observation list by then, and no inmates on that list can be processed for departure until I've discharged them.
Hence why the imposters had to pull that little stunt to get fake Eric off the list.
Yeah, it all makes sense now! The Duke cracked it!
Well, I can't fault the reasoning. But I'm afraid that we ruled out the possibility of face switching.
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. In fact,
One of the explicit duties of the Malazines in the Marechaussee Phantom is to identify criminals and we carefully examined all the suspects, and there is no evidence that any means of disguise were used in this case.
Well, so far, it seems more likely that the gang stole
Actually, there is a potion that can completely change someone's appearance. If they use that, even a Malazine wouldn't be able— A shape-shifting potion?
Forgive me, head nurse, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. If such a potion truly existed, it would jeopardize our entire—
Yes, I am.
But
Please, trust me in my professional opinion as an experienced—
At the same time, without any solid evidence, it's pure speculation. Yep.
okay. Well,
Okay.
it was our negligence that meant we had to come and—
I do really want
Bad news.
Risley.
I paused the release
When his
like you
banner
asked,
will come.
but we were too late. I checked the list, and sure enough,
2 hours ago? That's before today's interrogation.
So there really was a switch after all.
We should be able to catch up with them if we—
Not if that potion is real. They can just switch faces again after—
Yikes! So we're at a complete dead end!
Everyone has the same thinking pulse. Like,
Wow.
yeah, I'm so cool.
Technically, there is one more lead we could follow. We were only able to arrest this— Oh? What? Isn't that the handsome guy we met at that skincare promotion? Handsome? Maybe from a human point of view. I just remember that he specialized in potion. One of the crimes this gang is charged with is the manufacture and sale of illicit drugs. According to Mr. Rawat, they appear to have stolen technology he developed through his research and used it in their operation. At first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate with them. Thanks to his report, we were able to swoop in and arrest— What a hero! But that took courage on—
No doubt. This is worth following up on. That aside, since he's negotiated with—
Understood, Your Grace. My team and I will head to the Fontaine Research Institute right away. In the meantime, please—
Of course.
Miss Morgan?
Huh?
Well, I'm the one who discharged the fake Eric last night.
Don't say that.
I—
Look, head nurse.
Don't worry.
You
If I may, and if you really are worried for her safety— Ah, there you go, right on cue.
Okay.
Okay. So, now we go outside, right? Alright, just one click and we're there. I do love to swim there. And it's not really fair we have unlimited stamina in Fontaine
Sorry to
for
impose,
swimming.
but I'm afraid we're here on urgent business.
The Marechaussee Phantom.
Not this time, no. We're looking for a researcher.
What? He actually doesn't work on site here very often. There's a handful of researchers in the nearby area who know him pretty well, though. We could see what they—
Just a handful? Paimon figured he'd be—
Well, I guess you could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level. He's blessed with good looks, so he tends to make a good first impression on people. But in all his time here at the Fontaine Research Institute, I don't think he's ever had a single deep conversation about his research with his peers. That's no way to make real friends.
Okay, Fontaine Research Group building
That's so
is...
weird. He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product promotion. I don't find that weird at all. He definitely didn't strike me as the kind of guy who's good at making— Really? Paimon couldn't—
Okay, we should talk with his acquaintances. But we also need to check the Research Institute for any clues. Let's split up. It'll save us some time.
Unless the handsome guy is
We'll
also
ask
good.
around among the other researchers with Seedweed. Paimon suddenly—
Okay, so 3 clues. I do love... Okay, let me just Take these.
Hey there, are you in tea?
What do you want?
We're here to ask about Rawat. Any idea where he might be? We were told you were pretty close with him.
Close? Not sure that's the word I'd use. He wouldn't even let me use his patent.
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last saw him. I don't know where he's at. Go ask someone else.
Would the patent in question happen to be related to the new skincare product?
Yeah, kinda. Butterfly do, or whatever he calls it. I heard he made a tidy sum off of that one.
Okay, now...
Most of the other researchers here focus on mechanics, energy, stuff like that. I get why he wouldn't be interested in having anything to do with them. But I'm studying coatings. There's a huge overlap in our areas of research. Why would he refuse to work with me? I bought his product once and noticed it contains a unique substance that might have applications in coatings too. If it worked out, I could probably make as much as he's making. Don't get me wrong, I had no intention of plagiarizing his work. I was hoping to get official permission to use his findings in my own research. Followed the proper procedure. It was all above board. I would have had to pay him a license fee and everything. But despite that, he turned me down not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Okay, that is
It's like he's
much.
vehemently opposed to the idea of anyone else making the kind of money he does.
Huh, so is Rawat antisocial, or is this guy just jealous? Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any info about Rawat's whereabouts from him. Let's go.
Okay,
Wait, 1 second. Mr. Antib, next time you go shopping, you should buy some Buell fruits. Peel the skin, steep in water, then drink. It'll help calm your mood.
Huh?
ballot fruit. Kinda looks like orange, to be fair. I don't know why I collect those. It's just maybe I'll get a character that need these materials, so I kind of collect those.
Excuse us, are you up?
That's me. What is it?
Are you close friends with Rawat?
We're close friends. You mean because I told him I had feelings for him once? I doubt I'm the first or last at the Institute to make that mistake. Why would you single me out as a... I should have known, really. Men like him, they just enjoy being surrounded by fawning women. They're not interested in a serious relationship.
Okay.
Okay. We were just kinda wondering if you might know where we can find him.
Why would I know where he's at? I barely know him, and he probably doesn't even remember me.
Then why
This
should
is getting
you
annoying. Shall we go ask
ask
someone
him
else?
out?
I think she knows Rawat better than she cares to admit. If we leave now, it might be a wasted opportunity. Maybe, but we're not going to get much out of her while she's in this state, are we?
No, but
She's displaying symptoms common among people in love, if that's what you mean. But I know a cure.
okay, this is too much cringy
It's
for me.
curable?
Or it's maybe like I do not have a love life.
We're still no closer to finding Mr. Rawat. Oh, by this point, he could be in grave danger.
Danger? Wait, why are you looking for him again?
Oh, that's right, Tina! The Marshose Phantom said that he's been targeted by some pretty bad people. We need to make sure he's safe.
What? How has this happened? He seemed fine when I last saw him, and that was only a couple of days ago. Just happened to...
Oh, I see. I see.
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his safety. If he's not at the Institute, he might... I heard she raised him alone, that they had it pretty tough financially, and these days she's housebound due to illness. He makes regular trips back home to check on her.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Do you know the address?
Nope, sorry. I only found out the thing about his mother because it came up in conversation once. I was just trying to find out more about him, so I could get to know him better. When I told him I had a crush on him, I offered to help him take care of his mother. And yeah, maybe that was a stupid idea, but did he really have to yell at me for it? It's like, fine, I can take no for an answer, but what's with the temper Unbelievable. These guys only want to show you their charming, well-groomed exterior. They can't stand it when a few home truths shine through.
Looks like her love syndrome is flaring up again. We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the Marechaussee officers when we regroup. Cool, sounds like a plan.
Okay. So far, we got... Okay, one more to consider. Okay, that was super awkward for me. For questioning her. Okay. If I needed a romantic comedy, anything for that, I would read a novel.
Sorry to bother you, sir, but are you Bertrand?
Who's asking?
Just some concerned citizens helping out the Marechaussee Phantom with an investigation. We'd like to...
Not anymore, we're not. Turns out we don't see eye to eye.
Oh yeah? What happened?
The thing about us researchers is, most of us do what we do for some sort of higher purpose. But not Rawat. All he cared about was how to commercialize his findings. He won't even let you work with him unless you sign a confidentiality agreement first. Also, he has better control over who gets which intellectual property rights. How are you supposed to get any meaningful research done? Now that I've got my own technical solution for my compressor, I don't need to work with him anymore.
So that's what Rawat is really like. We'd still like to know where to find him.
Wait, you're... Yeah, I know you. You're the head nurse at the Fortress of Meripede. Alright, then I'm happy to help you if I can. I respect the work you do. Medicine serves the highest purpose of all the sciences.
Wow, turns out Sejuin's got some real clout.
Thing is, I have no real way of knowing where he might be. I stopped working with him 2 months ago, and I've barely seen him since. But if you want my advice, I'd say go talk to the peddlers. There's a few he meets with every other day or so. Maybe they know where he's at.
Peddlers?
Yeah, back when I was working with him, I noticed he met with them quite often. Wouldn't surprise me if they were involved in some shady business together. Because it seemed like they went out of their way to avoid discussing anything, and the little I overheard was about manufacturing and selling pharmaceutical drugs. Like I said, he's all about the money.
Okay.
Drugs? Doesn't he work with skincare products?
Who knows? I never cared to find out. He's the Mora grubber, not me.
Thank you. You've given us plenty.
Welcome. Goodbye. And
Maybe
maybe we'll
it's-
reach new heights in our scientific endeavor.
Maybe it's situation.
That's
He
all
needed
three
money.
researchers. Let's head back to the meetup point.
Man, where's that? Huh. Wait. New Fontaine Research Center. Now I did a freaking quest and went up there. It's a really tough one. Okay, I wonder how many hydro sigils there I have. I have 5 hydro sigils, 1 pyro sigil, 466 dendro sigil, and 296 amino sigils, and 40 geo sigils. I do not know what the use for these. I just get these. Is it really a useful item? I just get these. These are considered 4 stars. Is it like future? Okay. Let's go there. Yeah. Okay, here. Switcheroo.
You know, Hyman started out thinking Rawat was a handsome researcher with a friend. So what's your view of him now, Paimon? A handsome researcher whose difficult upbringing turned him into a profit chaser with a chip on his shoulder? So your thoughts about his appearance have... Well, his looks are kind of a big deal. At least in Paimon's opinion. How did such a handsome guy end up being so antisocial? Even with his difficult family background. It just... You can't judge a person solely based on...
Head nurse, Traveler, I assume you've spoken with...
Okay.
Bertram mentioned Rawat's involvement with some pharmaceutical merchants. Do you know if he's registered any for...
Since he was a whistleblower on such a huge case, I ran a background check on him. I don't remember there being any brands under his name.
How strange. If he was so focused on commercializing his research and averse to sharing his technology with others, why wouldn't he have registered his own? Maybe he and his business partners needed to avoid public scrutiny?
You think he may have colluded with the gang? Well, the crime was manufacture and sale of drugs, and that would certainly be in his wheelhouse.
Isn't that pretty unlikely, though? He was the one who blew the whistle on them! Most children who come to me with tooth decay have suffered pain for a long time already, but they'll still try to hide the fact that they eat too many sweets. Grown-ups and children aren't so different in that regard.
I saw him when he came to make his report, and I certainly didn't get the feeling that he was the type to collude with criminal. You mentioned that he comes from a poor family. So, it's possible that the criminals approached him by the time he discovered who they really were.
That does make a lot of sense. It would definitely explain why he was... No wonder he's so unsociable. He must be on edge all the time with a gang of crooks breathing down his... In that case, the situation could be... If Rawat was working with the escaped inmates, there should...
Based on the information we've gathered so far.
2 days ago? So he went missing...
That was the same day he reported the criminals, too.
Don't worry, yeah.
All the more reason to find him as soon as possible.
Yeah. And why the hell
When
are
you
you
register
talking
a
to me,
brand,
sir?
the Court of Fontaine requires you to provide a legal...
Okay, then there's...
Wait, we are playing as Switcheroo? Tell me we're playing... Okay, no. 1,000 meters? Where? Huh. I haven't been in a lot of places. I did unlocked. I just... Like, I always, like, come here and unlock this, unlock that, and all. I haven't actually explored the areas. I didn't do that. And there are a lot of chests. Wait, there's a rooster? No, that was a bird. Kinda look like a rooster, don't you think? Wait, there's a... Okay, 1 second.
Squall and Fury.
When you get the pop-up icon, please, if you have a mission, don't just ignore it and get these. Go. These are really hard to find. Okay, let's go, shall we? Okay, carrots.
All right, this should be...
Sounds like whoever's inside has restricted mobility. Oh, it seems serious. Oh, what's the... break the door down?
No, I'll handle it. Let the expert... Calm down. Deep breaths. Remember your training. Control your strength. And... it's open.
Seath, take a few people and lie in wait. Keep your eyes peeled for any activity around the house. The Traveler had...
Okay.
Hello? Oh, there. On the bed, there's an old lady. We could try.
Well, doesn't look like Rawat's here.
Yep. Hello, ma'am. Might I ask? Hard of hearing, perhaps.
I have one here.
I'd like to show you a Looks like this isn't gonna work.
Well, looks...
Is it possible you could have avoided return?
Maybe. But if so...
Yes, so.
I suggest we all return there now. We've...
Sorry, officer. But could I stay here for a while? This pig...
Of course. Traveler.
Also, I'd like some Chaussee members to stay as well, and keep an eye on...
Why's that?
If Rawat knows how serious his mother's...
Got it. Okay.
Thanks for helping me out yet again, Traveler. No problem. Yes. She's barely clinging. Ooh. Let me take care of a few things first. Yeah, of course.
Okay. And if you guys know any good video editing
I can tell that her family has tried a lot of different treatment methods, including some very... Citrine. I'm on Bet's being a nurse. Yes, and Amela's... But human medicine can defy that law to some extent. But it was only after I truly became a doctor that I realized miracles don't always happen. Even the greatest doctors cannot cure all... Don't worry about me, Paimon. At the very... Yeah. All the more Oh, her fever's getting worse. Sure, we're on the...
Well, okay. Okay, where is this place? I think I know where this place is. Okay. Okay, is this the way somewhere?
Found the hot water? Sure did. And look what, judging by this journal, it seems like Rawat has a private lab. There's a good chance he could be there. Oh, that's great news. The wet towel is ready. I'm giving you another injection. Are you feeling better now? It's alright. Thank you.
Let's go. Hey. Let's go! P-O-K-E Party! Okay. Pokemon. Okay. Let me just show you something, guys. Okay. Now this name card. There's a freaking name card on Pokemon based. I think there is something here. Oh yeah, found it. But why green, brown, purple shouldn't be the first company we meet? Red, green, and blue, or yellow. That did a freaking Pokemon. Okay. Okay, there's a... Okay, Seth's card is a little bit cool. Okay, so... Okay, I think there's a lot of name cards. Okay. In a zoom in. Okay. What is this for? Wow. That's a lot of cards. Okay. So need to go. How much for? Okay. just gonna teleport here and okay. Oh no, you're not gonna fight. Okay, an underground lab. Here we come.
It's Officer Morgan.
We came as soon as we heard the news. I can't believe we were so careless.
Don't blame yourself. There's a mechanical door over here. Hopefully the instructions in Rawat's journal.
Okay,
It's open. Let's go in.
okay. Let's go. P-O-A-Me. Okay, come on. Kind of nostalgic. I grew up watching Pokemon. Okay? Like, man. Okay, whoa, we're playing. Okay, okay. A trial series. Archer. Okay, okay, C3 station. Talents are okay. Okay. Okay, details. Okay, that is too much of HP. Okay, so quick rate, quick damage. Oh my god, attack is. Okay, how can they look at my deal of the. Crit rate is crit damage and I'm really proud of this though. Hey, not much of a HP, but look at his crit rate and crit damage. I'm trying to improve this. Okay, how will we do this?
Let's blow bubbles!
Okay, that's how we do it. Oh,
How did they get in here? Captain, up ahead! Those look like our fugitives!
So they found this place too? Don't let any of them escape.
Wibbly wobbly! Don't slip and fall!
Unsightly insects! You're dead!
Let's blow bubbles!
come on, it's really fun messing around.
Another
Oh,
test
come on.
subject. Time for
Let's go!
He might feel a little prick.
Okay, that is a little bit cool.
The wrong
Why didn't I
test subject.
try for her? Oh yeah, I wanted Farina.
Captain, according to our list, many of the fugitives aren't accounted for. There may be others hiding deeper inside the facility.
So these guys were just.
The Mara Shosei Phantom! How did they find...
Wait, it's that guard from the fortress.
That's right, I'm on your side. I mean, the Duke sent me. What's the matter?
Mr. Odilon, didn't I tell you a few days ago that you need to...
Well...
Officer Morgan, this man is an imposter. The real Mr. Odilon has no recent health issues.
What? But...
Looks like the head nurse was right about the face-swapping method. Arrest them all! DuPont, stay here and keep guard. And watch the exit. If we're not back soon, call for...
Got it.
Okay. Ooh, we get the chest. Okay, this is so cute. She's so adorable. Okay.
Oh, so sorry. What's the hurry?
So many jars. Was this some sort of production facility?
This scent. It's probably the ingredients used to make
How come they're all empty? Did it sell so well that he ran out of supplies?
How strange. Why would Rawat choose to manufacture a popular product like that in such a difficult-to-reach location, given our suspicion that he may have been coerced into the illegal drug trade? I would have thought that any production facility we find here would be used for illicit purposes.
Perhaps butterfly dew is itself an illegal drug.
Do you have any evidence for that claim?
No, just a guess. We need to find Rawat as soon as...
Understood. Well, let's not linger here.
Okay. Okay, we need to go. Okay, so
Doesn't look like we're gonna get this door open. Let's find another way around.
we can smash through it. Can we? Like, literally, we can.
This one's closed too. What's with those carts and tracks? Oh, maybe it's one of those doors that opens when it senses cargo passing through. There's a loaded cart right over there. Let's bring it to the door and give it a try.
Okay. No. Okay. Okay. Counterclockwise. Again, counterclockwise. And then. Okay. Cool, isn't it? Okay, so we just need to find him, right? Oh, this is so. Okay, sorry, CJ.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Know my sword.
Behold!
Wibbly wobbly! Don't slip and fall! I swear, it's for medical research!
Okay, why the hell I pressed that? Oh, wait, does pressing it make it go? Okay. Okay, time for another. Clockwise. Oh. Clockwise. Oh. Oh, come on. Clockwise. Get it moving. Oh. Counterclockwise, counterclockwise. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, again. Oh, come on. Clockwise, clockwise. And get it moving. Now, counterclockwise. And get it moving. Okay, so now we're here.
This room's much smaller than the others. Judging by the implements on the table, this looks like a potion-making lab.
Head nurse, over here.
Let's see. Huh? Well, what? Perhaps they stripped him down, left the clothes behind, and just... Yikes, Deedreen, where did that...
Oh, what a tragic way to go.
There's a path leading further on, Officer Morgan. Let's keep up the pace.
Okay. It had to be that much dark, Caesar? That's too much dark. Okay, please don't be water. Oh. Okay. So far?
There's a whole bunch of people in there.
That was funny. I'm gonna watch that on repeat. You know, like old school cartoons.
You're telling us that within a day, our faces are going to rot like yours?
Fontanian physiology changed dramatically after that great flood, and it's not as compatible with this face-changing solution as before. The side effects are as you can see.
Why didn't you say anything before we all used it?
Look, my plan got you all out of prison, didn't it? You'd have much bigger problems to worry about right now if the Marshal Say Phantom found out about your other crimes. Consider an ugly mug getting off lightly.
Ugh. You're just lucky we didn't leave you in there after you disappeared on us with no warning. We only let it slide because we're former partners. And now you have the gall to pull a stunt like this?
Partners? Make no mistake, each of us is only looking out for himself. If you place too much trust in others, well, I'm afraid you hid things from me too. Remember how you each had a spare potion? You kept quiet about it until we planned the prison break?
Oh, and you didn't have a secret spare? Then do you want to explain how you melted your face off before all this?
Guys, that's enough. Calm down. It is what it is. What's the plan, Parton? I'm assuming you brought us here for a reason?
There is no plan. We followed him here on the promise of more juice. But it turns out there ain't a drop here. Besides, what does it matter now anyway? He already said, even if we did get our hands on more of that stuff, switching faces again solves nothing. They're still gonna melt off eventually.
I said enough arguing!
The most practical solution is to continue...
Are you kidding me? This stuff was hard enough to get a hold of even when we had a supply. Now...
Well, there is another option. But you'll have to make a deal with me first.
Okay, now we're talking.
I have a document I took from that researcher that details how to make a replacement. Just give me one bottle of the... What's the problem? I thought you always kept reserves. Or do you
What do you think? That we were shipping them into the fortress of Meripede by the basket load?
Well then, say hello to never showing your marred faces in public again.
Ugh, I've heard enough! Get him! Let's see.
Freeze! Marshall, say Phantom!
What? Who let them in?
Officer Morgan, before anything else, please find out Rawat's...
Rawat?
I don't see him.
Spare us your condescending attempts to coax us back to our...
Hutton?
Arrest them all!
Alright, go!
Cry louder! Squall and fury!
Another test subject.
Unsightly insects!
Go!
Retribution!
Go!
Little prick! Floaty one!
Oh, come on! Not another!
Frostbite!
Rain cutter!
Go! Again, go! Go!
Medical research!
Okay, done and done.
Huh. Gotta say.
Some patients respond better to a more aggressive treatment plan.
Captain, we finished the head count.
Over there! The door!
Something tells me we're gonna float.
One group trying to arrest me, another trying to hunt me down. Good. I gotta get...
How did he get up there?
Don't waste your energy. I already sealed it.
How not?
Well then, you'd better hope they get here in time.
This, okay.
There's some kind of gas leaking from the pipes.
This is our distribution center, where we store the product derived from our source solution. The pipe network here was designed to emit a gas for firefighting. One little modification later, and it makes an efficient death trap.
Why would you do this? You're part...
Oh, please. They can't...
He's a maniac! Come on, we gotta find a way...
Go ahead. Struggle in vain.
Are you sure you're ready to leave, Cotton?
You can't cure my fate.
And?
Nice try. You're just trying to stall me. Don't you worry about me. I'll find a way to cure my face once I get out of here.
Oh, I doubt it. After all, Fontanians can no longer dissolve in primordial seawater.
What?
The key component of the face-changing potion is the fluid left behind by dissolved Fontanians. It might look like ordinary water, but it has some unique elements in it. Before the flood, all Fontanians were oceanids, physiologically speaking. A potion made from that fluid could dissolve and reconstruct the face of a Fontanian, in much the same way as hydroidolins change. Theoretically, it could give someone any appearance they wished. But since the flood, Fontanians have become true humans. They can no longer provide the source material for this potion, nor reap its benefits.
Are you saying this potion is made from Fontanians dissolved with primordial seawater?
How could you know all of this? No, wait.
It also means that I have a formula you're unaware of.
Okay.
I might get to make...
Oh, it's not a formula, but a finished product. I have a bottle of it right here.
What?
When I tried Rawat's skincare product, I noticed it had a certain special component in it. So I had my friends gather some other ingredients for me. I'm guessing his skincare lotion contains the fruits of your joint research?
Huh. Impressive guesswork. Yeah. But it only contains a tiny amount of...
Well, I found a way to reverse the dilution process.
That's impossible.
If I tell you some of the ingredients, I think you can figure it out. First...
Tainted hydrophantasms and transoceanic pearls.
So?
Sounds good to me. There's a delivery pipeline beneath this window.
Nope. Not trusting you that easily. You're like those naughty kids who try to hide their illness. Open the sluice...
Even if you're not bluffing, I'm not closing the valve this...
Fine. Then I'll just stand here with the potion in my hand. And when I faint from the poison, I'll drop it...
No.
Okay, she was really dull. She's cute, but she's a Cinderella, but she can kill you.
Damn it! Don't let it close again!
That's more like it.
Head nurse, there's too much poison gas in here. We have to leave.
Okay. We got a precious chest. Good. Okay, how much can we get? 3. Okay, let me just see. How much hydro sigil? 11 hydro sigils.
Too slow.
Okay, let's leave here for now. Okay. So far so good. I'm saying that a lot of times, don't I?
Oh, don't be too quick to sit down. Moving around a little will... Same goes for you, Traveler. Flying fat? Shame I ended up giving the improved version of Potten after finally making it... No, please don't. Paimon doesn't want to... Yeah, Paimon was just...
Head nurse, I've done a final head count of our team and the criminals. Everyone's... It's a shame that we didn't find Rawat.
What a horrible bunch. Especially that Potten. No, we wouldn't. I always keep a whole bunch of antidotes on me for emergencies. What? Then why did you give him...
If this is true, I must concur. Sorry to be blunt, but if he changes his appearance and flees Fontaine...
No, you don't understand. I gave him the potion precisely so we could be sure where he'll...
What do you mean?
We gotta hurry. She won't let...
Okay. Oh. Okay, let's teleport again. Okay, how much Primal Gems we get from this mission? No? 0? That is... Okay, that is just... Know how hard it is for me? Being an F2 free-to-play player? Especially when with my luck. Okay, you guys wondering, I got Wanderer. Well, I got only C1 Wanderer. Each time I try to get another, I got her. And what are the other characters with? Okay, whatever. Then I got much. Oh yeah, and her. Her constellation. Oh. Okay, and her. Beta. And a lot of...
Too slow.
Don't move a muscle. I might be... Captain? You're just in time. While I was lying in wait, I spotted this crook snooping around, trying...
Whoa.
Are you... Potten?
What?
This is how Potten looked before his face was marred. His current appearance matches the mugshot on his arrest warrant.
Wait, so what's going on? Wasn't the whole point of the potion to disguise himself and escape Fontaine? Why would he change back to his original face and run right...
Enough of this nonsense.
You better pipe down. There's...
To heck with it. Listen to me. I'm Rawat. That's my mother in there.
He's gotta be lying, right? Rawat was a victim in all...
Forced to get... Heck, when I was being coerced, everyone thought I was colluding of my own free will. And then when I actually became a criminal in my own right, you all suddenly thought I must be under duress. Amazing what a difference a handsome face makes.
Save us the speech. Explain yourself.
You want an explanation? Fine. I'll tell it how it is. When I was just Potman, the whole world treated me with contempt.
Ew.
Women despise me.
Collaborate? You don't look like much of a researcher.
My peers scorn.
Mr. Parton, was it? I'm most interested in your research. Consider my offer carefully. I doubt you'll find other...
Only villains would work with me.
Okay, that is...
Game. Forget about it. Turns out, I slipped up a little. Left your picture with some Marechaussee Phantom officers. Easy mistake to make. So I suggest you put any thoughts of running away to rest.
There was no way out for me. Until...
Mr. Rawat,
I became popular with women.
This new potion you developed is fascinating. Genius, in fact. Would you consider working with me?
My peers looked up...
I'm very interested in your research, sir. You must no doubt have...
And the villains even began to fear me. Becoming Rawat showed me what a superficial world we live in. But I did not hold a grudge. After all, this superficiality could be made to work in my favor, or so I thought. But alas, the... Mother, I'm back. How are you doing?
Oh, are you?
I bought the best medicine Mora could buy, but nothing would cure her illness. In the end, I hoped she'd at least be able to see her son one last time before she passed, but when everyone else rejected me, the only person who cared about me was my mother. Then, when I became a...
I have to let her see me again. Even if it means donning my own wretched... well, is that enough explaining for you?
Have you ever you found a way to completely change your identity? You could easily have escaped from them. But no.
Why would I want to give up on such a lucrative business? The profits were dozens of times that of the synth business.
So you kept being a villain just for the...
Villain? By what standard? Is doing evil deeds really what makes someone a villain in your eyes? Or does it all come down to the way they look? None of you saw a villain when I was wearing my other face, did you? You have no right to judge me. You're all just fake people living in a hypocritical world. I regret nothing. My mother would...
You're a villain. Honestly, I don't see a villain when I look at your...
Don't humor me. You don't seem surprised by my confession in the least.
I didn't know anything for sure until you chose to take that potion bottle and spare our lives. But if you're asking when I started suspecting you, it was the first time you came. I had to confirm my suspicions. That's why I chose...
Are you kidding me? A young, promising researcher and a wretched criminal? What on earth gave you the idea that...
Well, there were no visual clues. This potion's face-changing effects are very powerful. Even as a Melazine, I couldn't see through the but I believe I understand humanity a little better than most of my kind. Humans have certain fundamental qualities that do not change with their appearance.
Fundamental qualities, huh? So you think you're the one who's seen through... Most people probably don't know this, but I think I can guess what your deal is. Melazine constitutions are very close to that of water. So it stands to read... You used it yourself, didn't you? That's why you...
Seedream? Yes, you're right.
I'll bet it was back in the days when Melazines were discriminated against because of their appearance. It was either carry on living in the gutters as part of an alien race cast out by humanity. So you see, you and I...
That's not important right now. You came here to see your mother,
Huh?
Head nurse, I'm not...
Don't worry. Back in the warehouse when I traded the potion for our lives, he was willing to risk sacrificing his only chance of escaping capture by opening the gate in exchange for the potion.
I see.
So before you arrest him, please allow...
All right.
Yeah, this world is a little bit hypocritical. I feel it. A lot of times. God. Why the hell did that look?
Mom? It's me, Potton. Your son. You recognize me? Mom, what's wrong?
I'm sorry, but I have some bad...
What?
Your appearance no longer has any bearing on her ability to recognize you. But...
No, it can't be. Please, Mom. I've done so much to get to this point. No.
Okay, I really feel bad for him.
The temperature of his palm must have changed. I'm sorry. It seems I couldn't bring him back to you after all. It's you? Of course.
Mom! Why were you...
No more questions, Potton.
Mom!
I'm sorry to say this, Potton.
The wait is over, everyone! The sale of our...
Another skincare promo. Oh, Seedween's here too! Hey, Seedween! Oh, Traveler Paimon, hello! Oh, I hope you two got a good rest yesterday. Of course! Nurse's orders, right? Anyway, are you here? Actually, I'm mostly here to help Officer Morgan wrap up yesterday's case. Ah, that reminds Paimon. That stuff sold like crazy, didn't it? Nope, there's nothing to worry about. Unless modified, Butterfly Dew is an excellent skincare product. Besides, officers have already retrieved all Butterfly Dew purchased on the market. After consulting Monsieur Nervulette, I came up with a way to neutralize any harmful effects. So it'll evaporate naturally without... Wow, it's Seedween to the rescue!
Thank you for serving as our consultant, head nurse. All the Butterfly Dew we recovered has been disposed of, according to your instructions.
Great! Good!
Also, you mentioned you wanted a copy of Rawat's interrogation records. Well, technically, Potton's record. After he saw his mother for the last time, it was like all his mental defenses came crashing down. He put up no resistance during the interrogation, and answered all our questions. We learned a lot. Apparently, the formula was something he discovered by chance, while helping the criminal gang produce synth. Later, he came up with the idea to dilute it, and use the resulting substance as a skincare product. Their supplier was Vache, but you could also argue that they were the ones doing him a favor. His operation helped Vache's gang dispose of an enormous amount of evidence. It made for a seamless collaboration. One man's trash was another man's treasure, and there were no loose ends. It's no wonder we never noticed what Potton's gang was up to.
Vache again, huh? Is there still no end to the harm he caused?
Make no mistake. The crimes of Vache and his accomplices will come to an end. It's only a matter of time. Since the flood cut off their supply of primordial seawater, they've been forced to resort to riskier methods, like using their private reserve to attack people on the street.
Okay.
Naturally, those attempts all ended in failure. After receiving numerous reports, we were able to zero in on the gang and eventually round them up.
That sounds more like it.
Based on what he told us in his confession, we pretty much had him backed into a corner, even though he made a point of distancing himself from the gang while disguised as Rawat. He tried to throw us off his tail by reporting his accomplices, giving him enough time to transform back into Potton and see his mother one last time. But there was one thing he hadn't anticipated. Even though Potton had been missing for a long time, we were very much still on the lookout for him. So the moment he appeared...
So he tried this once before, huh? Guess he really did want his mother to see him again. Looking at the interrogation records, it seems like he spent the...
Yes, which is why I suspect that his initial motive for using the potion was not personal greed, but a desire to become even so.
I understand. Why did you want them anyway? Cotton was one of my patients, so I need to put together a medical file. Why are you still treating him like your patient? That may be true, but a patient is a...
One last thing, head nurse. Please keep everything. It would be for the best if most of Fontaine knows nothing.
Of course.
Thank you for understanding.
Okay.
So, Sigewin, did you really use... Why do you sound so surprised, Paimon? You mean that story? Yes, it really... But... I know. There are some secrets I can't tell anyone about. Before I tell you, though, could you follow me some? Of course!
Okay. This is a long story. Okay, another place. We're gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish this quest. How long? No matter how long it takes. Is that Neverlet?
Oh, Neverlet and Risley, they're here too.
Good to see you, traveler. Paimon. I trust all has been... Big news, everyone. The Udex is out of his office on important business. Is that genuinely something people would consider big news?
Yeah, I understand.
Why wouldn't they? Important business is a big deal. Ah, yes, you're quite right. When someone you care about requires emotional support, being there... After reading the Maréchal Phantom's reports, I had to take note. That, my friends, is how Monsieur Neuvillette shows that he cares. We're both here for the same purpose, actually. To accompany Sigewin as she...
So the old friend she mentioned with... Oh, sorry. Paimon didn't mean to be rude.
I doubt she... Indeed. In fact, I believe Sigewin would take it as a sign of affection. She has spoken of it. In those days, many people harbored prejudices against Melusines. She was the only teacher willing to take Sigewin on.
Wow. It's really nice of you two to be here for Sigewin.
Younger colleague. Well, that might be true for the Udex, but I'm not sure I can say the same. Sigewin served a sentence in the fortress of Meripede hundreds of years ago, and after she did her time, she decided to stick around. She's been strictly speaking, the head nurse has been around longer than most people in the fortress, myself included. Pretty sure that makes me the younger colleague.
She served a sentence?
Yes. Long before I became Udex, there was an ancient law in Fontaine that prohibited any attempt to transform. Initially, I and most researchers believed this law to have been imposed due to ethical concerns. But now, it seems more likely that the law was nothing more than an insurance policy, a way for Egeria to ensure that her people would remain insulated from the truth, thus enabling them to leave. Ignorance is bliss, as they say. Sigewin had her reasons for choosing to obtain a human form, but the act was nonetheless in.
Okay.
Could you tell us a little bit more about what...
Certainly. Sigewin...
Okay, so we are gonna hear the story, huh? Okay, let's do this.
Even with their daughter so ill, they kicked you out? Stubborn as always. And prejudice isn't a disease I can cure either. Shame that I don't have the energy to get over there. You're laughable, you old witch. You want to save everyone in Fontaine, but you can't even save the patient.
Master...
I discovered a strange disease, one I suspect that every Fontainian suffers from. I had no choice but to experiment on myself to find a cure.
Then I'll find a cure for you.
There's no need.
But...
As I said before...
I know. But... I'll do whatever
even if it means breaking the law and
As long as I don't hurt anyone.
spoken like a true student of mine.
Okay, this is making me cry.
Then I shall make one
Actually,
more final gamble.
the
And see my
whole
experiment
story
through
is
to its
just
end.
really sad.
Leave me
for
for
me.
now and come back in 2 hours. If I am
Okay.
able to work this miracle, then I will have found a way to save all Fontanians, and I shall be able to help you treat that girl. If not, then it means there is one more disease in this world that I cannot treat. In that case, do not come looking for me. I will leave you a parting gift. An accidental discovery happened upon through my study of this strange disease.
When Sigewinne returned, she found a potion bottle and a note on the table. And after I had confirmed the veracity,
So that's what happened.
I fear Sigewinne only understood the full story after the truth about the dissolution of Fontanians was. When I reflected on all this with that knowledge in hand, I felt after the final details of the events surrounding
Wonder how
since she invited.
Okay, this was. Okay, I do not know how to handle. Okay, let's just go.
You're here. The old friend I mentioned was my teacher when she passed. Sigewinne, the witch who gave you the magic potion, she was your teacher, wasn't she? Sounds like Monsieur. After learning the truth, well, to be honest, after I realized what she was planning to sacrifice her. That's just who she was. If lying is what it took to get a kid to take their medicine, then that's what she'd do. Alright, but what? I broke the law. Simple as that. My True. You're not like him at all, and everything Neverlet said confirms that. And yet, you were still convicted and thrown in Unfair? I happen to think just the opposite. If I hadn't served that time, I'm not sure I would have been able to stay strong when he was questioning me. Well, what makes you say that? I knew you'd be curious. The verdict came down. This Melazine is guilty. Deudex defended the authority of Fontaine law, but he did not confiscate the Melazine's medical kit. And so, the Fortress of Meripede gained a new little doctor. She still wore her hood and raincoat, even though it never rained in the fortress. Perhaps thanks to her human appearance, no one refused her treatment. She treated more and more patients, and her sentence grew ever shorter. Finally, the people of the fortress could not live without her, and though her sentence ended, she did not leave them either. Then one day, she received an invitation from the outside world. The location seemed familiar, and when she arrived, an old lady was waiting for her. She saw right through the Melazine's disguise, but didn't reveal it. Instead, she asked a question.
Tell me, why do you think you gained the respect of so many people, despite being a Melazine?
Because I look like a human?
It's been 50 years, Sigewinne, and you haven't aged a day. I think everyone knows you are not human. I finally found you, after all these years. I still remember, you know. It was you who saved me that night.
But how? I was no longer a Melazine by then.
Does it really matter if you're human or Melazine? I remember the warmth of your palm. It's quite unmistakable. And you know what? It hasn't changed one bit. You don't have to hide anymore, Sijuin. These days, everyone wants to make friends with Melusines. And I think that it's all because of you. I'm sorry I couldn't say this until now, but thank you, Dr. Melusine.
I'm gonna cry.
That's an ending Paimon can get behind.
I literally
After
cried.
hearing everything Potten said, I wanted to tell him that it didn't matter who he looked like on the outside. But I tried to treat him. But the roots of his problem had nothing to do with... I understand. Oh, it's nothing. There's one more. In order to restore the appearance... we don't need it. Well, even if you chose to destroy... Well, still... If this is the very last bottle in all of Teyvat, Melusine physiology wasn't affected by the Great Flood, right? So that means the potion should have a permanent effect on you. In that case, what do you say, Sijuin? Ever thought about transforming back to the... After all, from a Melusine point of view, Paimon bets Melusines look the cutest of all. Paimon, leave it to me.
Okay, the chapter was good. Okay, alright guys. Okay, does she have anything to say?
I'd like to stay here with my...
Okay, I will respect that. Alright guys, thank you for watching my video so far. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye!